What's up, everybody? I'm B-True, and today we're going to be going over all of the characters in the Great Ninja War Treasure. We're talking about what they do, what they're good at, and how you can possibly use them into some teams. So, here we go. Let's take a look at the ninja in the Great Ninja War Treasure. Okay, so, first and foremost, there is a little bit of a misrepresentation right here. So, Fuguki is... Okay, actually, let me say... First and foremost, I'm going to mispronounce all of these names, okay? Just getting that out of the way right off the bat. Secondly, Fuguki is blue, meaning he's a common. He's not a rare, so you can get him in 10 pools. Apparently, you get him in your first 10 pools, like, almost guaranteed. But then, all the purple are supposed to be rares, meaning you get them roughly every 60 pools. However, I've been told that Toro, I'm going to call him Toro. Apparently, Toro is a common as well as Pakora. So, Toro and Pakora are both also commons, meaning you can get them randomly with any pool, and you're not going to get a banner that shows up to let everybody know. So, I just want to get that out of the way right off the bat here. So, we're just going to go left to right. We're starting off with Mr. Common Fuguki Suikazan. Whatever. So, his mystery here... Ninja Art Needle Senbon. Causes damage in 8 combo to all units in their lineup. The selected unit will also suffer from repulse. So it's a combo starter. He starts off repulse, and he's probably going to be really good for getting off high combo chases. Because 8 combo to all the opponents, even if it's just 4 people there, you're going to be getting 32 right off the bat. So that is a 30 combo starter's wet dream right there, that mystery. His standard attack is, really, really basic. Attacks the unit's front row, has a given chance of causing low float. Chase, then. It chases and attacks low float, causes high float, and tag. Can be triggered twice every round. A lot of the ninja in this Great Ninja War Treasure have chases that can be triggered twice every round, so that's pretty cool. So you got low float to high float, and tag. Tag is... so you can see actually with the 4.0 they started adding the debuffs off to the side of the character here, and it shows you tag unit under this stat will have its resistance and defense reduced by 30%. 30% is a pretty large amount. That's a third of what they have. So if they had 1,000 defense, now they only have 666, right? Well, that would be 30, 33, whatever. Fuck it. Chase and attack low float, causes high float, and tag, which means he can also be pretty good with, if you're running some sort of a tag team with, a lot of people like to run Minato now, or like a Cursed Dawn. Anybody that benefits from tag, you can actually use this guy as a tank that is going to benefit your tag team, because you can see his next passive here. This unit will also have its defense and ninjutsu increased by 1.2, I believe that's 1.2, they have a comma there, but I'm pretty sure that is it's just a misprint. Like they put commas instead of periods. So increased by 1.2% every time it loses 1% of its life points. So as his life points go down, his defenses and ninjutsu go up. So he has scaling defense there, which is pretty nice. Not bad for a tank if you want to use him in like a tag team. And his last passive here, reduce this unit's mystery cooldown by 1 every time this unit is attacked. That is really important if you use him as a frontline tank, because, like I said, it is a good combo starter for anybody that has like a really high ticket 30 chase, a 30 hit combo chase. So with his final passive, he can get off that attack or his mystery pretty much every turn, meaning you'll be able to trigger that 30 combo every single turn. If you use him as your tank with a tag team as well. So he actually has a couple of really good uses here. You can use him as a tank with a tag team, because a lot of the tag teams don't have like a tank that really fits them. So he is a semi-tanky character who at least scales with tankiness that you can use as your tank for tag teams. Or you can use him as somebody that's just going to be getting off... you can keep him in like that tank role because you want him up front if you're using him for the mystery. But you can use him as somebody to consistently get off 30 hit chase combos. So Fuguki right there, for being a common character, he's pretty good. He's actually very dynamic. There's a couple different things you can do with him. Next up, we have Zetsu. Now, Zetsu is a support character. He's a support troll kind of character. But, so his mystery destroys all Zetsu copies in your lineup. That'll make more sense when we talk about his other stuff. And creates copies in equal number of random units of your opponent's lineup. Okay, I'll explain what this means. These created copies will have their life based on 45% of the original Zetsu's life points, and all other attributes will be the same as the original Zetsu's attributes. Meaning, the clones will have 45% of your Zetsu's life, and all the other attributes will be the same. Attack, defense, ninjutsu, all that stuff, okay? That's really important. So, basically what this mystery does, if you have 3 Zetsu clones on your side of the field, you select a unit from the opponent's team, and you use Zetsu's mystery. It is a prompt mystery, okay? So it happens immediately. You copy whoever the other person on the other team that you selected is, and you will get, if you have 3 Zetsu clones on your side of the field, you'll get 3 copies of that other ninja, okay? So, if they have Roshi on their side of the field, and you have 3 clones, you can get 3 Roshi onto your Roshis. You can get 3 Roshis onto your side of the team. If you get off that 30-hit chase, all 3 of them are going to be getting off their super strong 30-hit chase, which would be really insane. Another thing, like really stupid stuff you can do with this is you can copy opponents' healers. You can copy, anybody and get 3, up to 3, 4 of them, depending on how many clones you get, which is crazy. Zetsu is a really, really trolly character, but you can do some pretty stupid things with him. So his standard attack is summons 1 Zetsu with life based on 25% of the original Zetsu's life. So the Zetsu clones only have 25%, but then when he uses the body substitution, they go up to 45%. So the mystery guys are a little bit tankier than the standard Zetsu clones. His chase, trigger with a 20 combo, causes damage and poisoning to up to 4 of the opponent's units. Moreover, after using this skill, this unit will get an extra standard attack. So after getting off his 20 hit chase, he'll get off a second standard attack and he'll summon another Zetsu. Passive. High chances of evading a mystery skill can be triggered 1 time every round. So he's kind of like Jonin Minato, Masked Man. He'll avoid the first mystery skill every turn. And then last passive here, this unit's defense and resistance will be increased by 15% for every Akatsuki unit in your lineup. So if you're running a full Akatsuki team, he'll be a little bit tankier. He's got an extra 15% defense and resistance. Mainly, the only thing you're using Zetsu for is to copy other people, like people on your opponent's team, and screw with them that way. If your opponent has like some really strong character, let's say like Edo Tensei or something like that, and you can use Zetsu to get Edo Tensei onto your team that way. So yeah, next up, Toro. So like I said, he is a common. Magnet style conversing B twin blades. Holy shit, that's a lot to say there. She's lightning style ninja, causes selected unit to suffer from paralysis, immobile, and low float. So, it is a immobilization in his mystery, which is really good. Everybody should love immobilization. And it's a combo starter. It causes low float and paralysis. If the affected unit is already suffering from paralysis, this unit's mystery skills cooldown time will be reduced to 1 round. Meaning, if somebody on the enemy team already has paralysis and you hit them with this mystery skill, his mystery skill will be reduced to 1 round, meaning you can then use his mystery again the next turn. Okay? So you can just keep using it over and over and over if you already have somebody paralyzed on the enemy team. Standard attack. Attacks the opponent's units in the front row and has a chance of causing repulse and 10 combo. So he has a 10 combo potential starter right there with his mystery, or his standard attack. His chase then, chases and attacks, low float, causes repulse and paralysis. So he's got paralysis in his chase, which will help him out with his mystery if you get the chase off first and then you use the mystery. His first passive, magnetized armor. Before each action of this unit, it generates a shield for this unit and a random lightning unit in your lineup based on 20% of this unit's resistance base attribute. Can be triggered twice every round. That's really important. So he will trigger, if you use his mystery in a turn, he will generate a shield for himself and another lightning unit twice. Before his standard attack, he'll do it, and then if you use his mystery, he'll do it again. So up to 2 times every round, he will be generating shields for lightning attribute ninja. So he's a pretty good support damage character for lightning teams, because he's going to be generating shields, and he obviously synergizes really well with anybody that causes paralysis. So you have somebody like Darui, who has multiple ways of causing paralysis. Darui and Toro are actually going to be really good together. You save Toro's mystery, you use it when somebody's already paralyzed, and then you get to get it back again. It causes immobile, so it's a pretty. Toro has a pretty nice kit that synergizes really well with lightning teams. And then last but not least, every lightning attribute ninja with a shield will have its ninjutsu and attack increased by 20%. So there is a 20% ninjutsu and attack buff that you get from Toro whenever your lightning unit has a shield, and he generates shields. So he will, after getting the shield for himself, so because he generates the shield for himself before an action, he will always have that shield when it's time for his attack. Because he'll generate the shield, meaning he'll get that bonus, and then he'll do the attack. So he'll always have the buff right there. So, like I said, Toro looks like a very strong support character for lightning teams. Lightning teams don't generally have a lot of support characters, but Toro has the ability to cause immobilization. Unfortunately, it's in his mystery, not in his chase, but that's all right. He generates shields, gives damage bonuses, and he has the ability to use his mystery pretty much every turn. So Toro right there, pretty strong support lightning character. So then Pakora. Pakora is a fire type ninja. I do not believe Pakora should be a common, but you'll see why in a second here. Scorch style super steam kill causes wind and fire attribute damage and ignition to up to 6 of the opponent's units. The selected unit will suffer from knockdown. So causes ignition and damage up to 6 units. So she's gonna hit that whole battlefield, and she's got a combo starter. Starts off with knockdown. So first off, anybody that causes ignition to a whole team is very strong because, obviously it nullifies the healing. It really hurts cancer teams a lot. They got to remove all that healing before they're actually able to heal anything back. Really strong mystery right there. So you got a very normal standard attack, just has a chance. Actually, it's a little bit different, but okay. Attacks the units in the front row, has a high chance of causing low float, okay? So she has a high chance of causing low float, which is good. She's got a little bit higher chance than most people to start a combo with her basic attack, but other than that, it's pretty normal. Then her chases and attacks a knockdown unit, causes low float and ignition. So she's got a chase in her, you got ignition in her chase as well. This attack always lands a critical hit, and that's going to be important when we get down to her last passive. So her first passive, Hero of the Hidden Sand, before the first action every round, 2 wind attribute ninjas from your field will receive an extra standard attack. So she'll give 2 wind users an extra standard attack every turn. And then her last passive, when this unit lands a critical hit, the affected unit will also suffer from immobile, lasts for 1 round. So anytime she causes critical hits, the unit is going to suffer from immobile. So her mystery hits up to 6 people, meaning she can potentially immobilize up to 6 people. And her chase is a guaranteed crit, which means her chase is a guaranteed immobile as well. She's got tons of ignition and a guaranteed immobilize in her chase. You know I love those 2 things. She is, again, more of a support character, but she's like a damage support. She's support because she gives extra attacks to wind users. I'd have to see how hard her mystery hits, but I feel like she probably doesn't have too much damage in her kit. But being able to cause ignition to a whole battlefield is really strong right there. All right, Sasori. I've already talked about. Actually, yeah, I've already talked about Sasori. So I'll just go real quick. Real quick rundown. His mystery cancels one layer of debuffs for the selected ninja and up to 9 Edo Tensei units. All the affected units will have an extra standard attack. So he is a straight Edo Tensei support character. He removes a layer of debuffs and gives Edo Tensei ninja an extra standard attack. His for his basic attack attacks the front rows and causes poisoning. His passive changes his standard attack from poisoning to chaos if somebody in your team has already been defeated. Next passive, at the beginning of battle, up to 9 Edo Tensei units will have a shield generated based on 40% of this unit's base resistance. The affected units will also have their attack and ninjutsu increased by 30%, last for 3 rounds. So they all, up to 9 Edo Tensei units get a shield at the beginning of a battle and a buff to their attack and ninjutsu by 30%. His passive then, if this unit is defeated, it will resurrect 2 rounds later with 30% of its original life. And I've been told that this is actually a misprint. It's not his mystery skill that gets activated again. It's actually his ambush force passive. So when he revives, he regenerates the shield for Edo Tensei units and gives him that 30% attack and ninjutsu buff again. So Sasori, you can actually use him as a frontline support Edo Tensei character, which is like a weird thing to say, but having him come back to life, dying and coming back to life is actually one of the best things for your team because he regenerates that big shield and gives them that buffs back. And since he comes back to life, you want them using or wasting a bunch of stuff on him. Edo Zabuza. So now we start getting into the technique point, people. Requires 1 technique point to be used for his mystery. Causes blindness to up to 2 of the opponent's units in their lineup. During this round, this unit will get 2 extra standard attacks. So, causes blindness to 2 units, and he gets 2 extra standard attacks. His standard attack attacks the opponent's unit with the least life points and will recover life points based on 75% of the damage caused to the opponent's units. So he has built-in lifesteal to his standard attack. The skill has high chances of causing low flow. So he has a high chance of starting of a combo, and it attacks the opponent with the least life points. His chase then chases and attacks low float, causes repulse, and this unit will get half of a technique point. So he gets half of a technique point for his mystery back. His chase then trigger with at least a 20 combo, causes water attribute damage, and 3 combo to up to 4 of the opponent's units in their lineup. So he is a way of getting from a 20 combo up to a 30 combo if you need to, because that'll trigger an extra 12 combo right there. And then his passive, at the beginning of a battle, this unit has 1 technique point. A maximum of 3 technique points can be stacked up. So Zabuza is all about damage. He is an executioner. He's the guy that takes out the person with the least amount of health. His blindness is pretty nice with his mystery. But for him, it's pretty much all about just getting off as many standard attacks as possible. So he's pretty straightforward. Mangetsu Hozuki. Now, I talked about this on my stream, actually. I think Mangetsu is the 7 Swordsman character that got screwed over the most from the adaptation from the anime to the game here. So Mangetsu was supposed to be the best of the 7 Swordsmen. He was supposed to be the most feared of the 7 Swordsmen because he could wield all 7 blades, right? He's the only person that could ever wield all 7 blades. And for some reason, they made him a support character that does 0 damage. No damage at all. I don't know. It's really weird. I don't know why they chose to do this, but hey, it is what it is. So Mangetsu, like I said, he is a straight support character. His mystery, selected unit from your lineup will get 1 technique point. So that kind of synergizes with all these people that have technique points in their kit. So he'll give them a technique point, and if the selected unit from your lineup cannot use technique points, they'll get an extra standard attack. So he either gives them a technique point, or he gives them an extra standard attack if they don't use technique points. His standard attack is normal. It just has a high chance of causing low float. His chases an attack repulse, causes knockdown. So he has no debuffs. No debuffs in his kit at all. Passive, at the beginning of a battle, summons 1 water clone with attributes based on 70% of the main body's attributes, so it's a really tanky clone. This water clone will be capable of using water transformation jutsu as his standard attack. So it's the same standard attack as Mangetsu. Then finally, his last passive, at the beginning of a battle, greatly increases the evasion rate of hidden missed units in your field, lasts for 2 rounds. So for 2 rounds, he greatly increases the evasion rate. So you could use him like with Edo Zabuza. He'd be able to give Edo Zabuza an extra technique point, so we can use his mystery 2 rounds in a row. But yeah, Mangetsu, like I said, pretty much strictly support character, which I kind of hate, but hey, whatever. What can you do? Next up, we got Kushimaru Kuriarere. So this guy, I've been told he's super OP. So let's take a look at his skills here. Mystery, Long Blade Ninja Art, Wire Crucifixion. Use 2 technique points to use this skill. Causes damage and immobile to up to 2 of the opponent's units. I already like that. The selected unit will also suffer from knockdown. So not only does he cause immobile to the unit that you are targeting, but he also causes immobile to another random unit, which is really good. Having immobile on multiple characters is really, really strong. His standard attack attacks the first line of units from the opponent's lineup. So he's kind of like he attacks like a whole line, kind of like how the third Raikage's mystery attacks like a line of characters. So if there's 3 people lined up, he'll hit all 3 of them. Moreover, this unit will get half a technique point, and the skill has a given chance of causing repulse. So he might cause repulse with it. He gets half of a technique point every time he uses his standard attack. Which is good because his mystery costs 2 technique points. Then his chases an attack to repulse unit, causes knockdown. Moreover, this unit will get 1 technique point. So he gets 1.5 every turn if he gets his standard attack and his chase off. His passive, if this unit's standard attack defeats an opponent's unit, this unit will get an extra standard attack. That's really good because he'll be able to get multiple of those half technique points to get his mystery back even quicker. And last but not least, his final passive. Beginning of a battle, this unit has 2 technique points. A maximum of 4 technique points can be stacked up. So that's just his technique points. So Kushimaru, straight damage. He's all damage all day. But he hits multiple units with his standard attack if they're lined up. He hits multiple units with his mystery and causes immobile to them. And if he kills a unit, he gets to just keep standard attacking. So Kushimaru is straight damage, but a lot of it, and that's with immobile in his kit. So he seems pretty good. I can understand why people think he's so OP. Next up, we got Jin Pachi Minashi. So this is the guy that has the exploding sword thing. His mystery, he's a fire type ninja mystery. Explosive blade ninja art, multiple explosions of death. That'd be pretty awesome with that name. Uses 1 technique point to use this skill. Causes fire attribute damage and ignition to the opponent's entire lineup. So it hits the entire lineup and causes ignition. I talked about that with Pakora, how good that is, causing ignition to the whole team. So his standard attack, attacks the units in the front row, has a given chance of causing repulse. Nothing special there. His chases and attacks a knocked down unit, causes repulse and ignition. Can be triggered twice every round. So he does knockdown to repulse and ignition, can be triggered twice every round. Having ignition and his chase is pretty nice right there. His passive, fierce and brutal. Before the first action round, up to 2 Edo Tensei units from your lineup will get an extra standard attack. Moreover, these units will have 1 layer of debuff canceled. So he gives up to 2 Edo Tensei units an extra standard attack, okay? Which he can use on himself, I'm assuming. But even better, he could use with somebody like Kushimaru to help him get those technique points even faster. So you use that, and he ends up helping out some of these characters that scale based on standard attacks. He's really good to help them out with. And they have 1 layer of debuffs canceled, so that's, again, another really nice thing. Then, finally, Explosive Blade Technique. At the beginning of a battle, this unit has 3 technique points. A maximum of 3 technique points can be stacked up. This unit will have its defense increased by 40% for every technique point stacked up. So, he does not have a way of generating more technique points. Okay, the only way he gets more technique points is with Mangetsu. So without Mangetsu, Jinpachi can only use his mystery 3 times in a fight. Also, he increased by 40%. His defense is increased by 40% for every technique point stacked up. So at the beginning of a fight, he starts with 120% extra defense. So more than double defense. So you can use him as a frontline character with all that defense. And he supports other Edo Tensei units. And he does a lot of damage, I've heard. So Jinpachi is a very, very strong character. Very strong character who helps out a lot of these other Seven Swordsman characters. Yuri Ringo. She's a lightning character. It's a she. I'm actually really excited about using her. I think she can be used in a lot of pretty cool ways. But first off, so she has lightning style, Gate of Thunder. Uses one technique point to use this skill. Causes lightning attribute damage and immobile to selected opponent's units. Now it says units, but I'm assuming it's only one unit. Right, so one person. And to all the opponent's units suffering from paralysis. So everybody suffering from paralysis is going to take damage from this mystery here, and they will be immobilized. Okay, that's huge right there. That is absolutely huge. Having somebody like that. So Emayori, Toro, and Darui sounds like a pretty nice team right there. You got a lot of immobilization going on between those guys. More of a selected opponent's unit will suffer from knockdown. Her standard attack attacks the opponent's units in the front row and has a given chance of causing low float, paralysis, and getting an extra standard attack. So if she starts a combo, she'll actually get a second standard attack, which is pretty cool. Then her chase, trigger with a 10 combo, causes lightning attribute damage, paralysis, and immobile to one of the opponent's units. So I'm assuming it's just whoever. Actually, that might be random, because some of the 10 combo, the 10, 20, 30 hit combo stuff is random. So that might be a random chase right there. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. Might be random, or it might be the person that you selected, if it's in the middle of a chase. But anyway, I mean, it causes paralysis and immobilization, which is really nice right there. Again, helping out Toro a lot. So those two, Amayuri and Toro, are going to be pretty strong together, I feel like. They both cause a lot of immobilization if you use them correctly. So then passive, this unit's ninjutsu will be increased by 12% for every lightning attribute ninja in your lineup. Another reason why she works really well with lightning style ninja. She gets 12% for every lightning unit, and that does not go away. It doesn't have a round basis. Toro gives an extra 20% ninjutsu and attack, and he shields. So those two right there. So you can actually have Amayori scale up a lot of damage. And then at the beginning of a battle, this unit has 2 technique points. A maximum of 2 technique points can be stacked up. This unit will have its combo rate increased by 40% for every technique point. So she starts off with an extra 80% combo rate, but she has no way of generating technique points back, meaning she can only use her mystery twice in a fight. So you have to really be clever about how you're going to use her mystery and make sure most of the enemy team is paralyzed before you use her mystery. But, I mean, she has a chase that causes immobile, so, you know, she is strong. There's a lot of things you can do with her without her mystery, but her mystery can be a game changer if you use it correctly. Next up, last of the rare characters, we have Jeannine Akabino. So, this guy has the hammer and the axe sword. Bloodblade Ninja Art Breakthrough causes damage to the selected opponent's units, low float, and tag. After using this skill, all this unit's technique points will be down to 0. So, no matter how many technique points he has after he uses this, he will consume all of them. His attack attacks the opponent's units in the front row, will cancel all affected units' buffs and shields. Moreover, this skill has a given chance of causing knockdown. So his standard attack removes buffs and shields, which is really, really nice when you're going up against, like, Earth main teams. His chases an attacked knockdown unit, causes low float. This unit will get half a technique point. If there are other Edo Tensei units in your lineup, this skill can be triggered 2 times every round. So if you have another Edo Tensei unit in your lineup, he's going to generate 1 technique point every time you start a combo with this one, because he'll get a half a technique point twice if you can get it off the knockdown to low float twice. Then his next chase trigger with a 20 combo causes light damage to all opponents' units in their lineup. Moreover, it's only light damage, so unfortunately it's not too good. But moreover, this unit will get a technique point. So with a full set of chases, he can get 2 technique points per turn. And that is important because his passive here, Blunt Blade Technique. At the beginning of a battle, this unit has 0 technique points. A maximum of 4 technique points can be stacked up, so you can get that in 2 turns. This unit will have its ninjutsu and attack increased by 60% for every technique point stacked up. 60%. He can have up to 4. That's 240% extra ninjutsu and attack that he can have. And you can get that in 2 turns. Hell, in 1 turn, you can get 2. You can get 2 technique points. So that's 120%. 120% extra attack and ninjutsu right off the bat. That's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty crazy. And what's really nice is, so you use his mystery. It gets rid of all his technique points. Okay, so if you have 4 technique points, you use his mystery. It's gonna hit with 240% extra ninjutsu and attack, which is crazy. That's an insane amount of damage right there. And then through a full chase, he'll get 2 technique points back, meaning he'll still have 120% extra attack and ninjutsu. This guy, I feel like if you use him the right way, this guy can be all the damage that you need in a team. Add somebody like maybe Pakora that's gonna cause ignition and immobile, and you've got you've got a hell of a team right there. All you got to do is really support Jeannine and let him just take over, dude. Let him take over. That's crazy. That's a crazy character right there. So now we are on to the super rares, the gold characters. We've got Madara, Uchiha, and Naruto Kurama mode. So these guys cost around 1,050 seal scrolls. So Madara Uchiha, the founder of Konoha. His mystery, Susanoo Double Blade Flames Dance. Causes damage and ignition to up to 9 units from the opponent's field. So hits up to 9 people, right, on the field. So he's great for Great Ninja War because he'll hit like all 3 battlefields. The selected opponent's unit will suffer from knockdown, so whoever you select is hit with knockdown. Moreover, if another unit from the Uchiha clan is present in your lineup, Madara will obtain an extra standard attack. So not only does he have a big ticket mystery, but then he also has a really good standard attack. And if you have another Uchiha in your lineup, you will get an extra standard attack. So he does really well with Susanoo Itachi if you have Susanoo Itachi, obviously. His standard attack then, Susanoo Slice, attacks the first line of units. So he's another character that attacks a line of people, a vertical line. Attacks the first line of units from the opponent's lineup. This attack has a high chance of causing knockdown, and it never misses. So, people like Masked Man, people like Jonin Minato, even like Hinata when she uses her mystery, this skill never misses, okay? It will always hit, and you can get it off twice if you get off his mystery. His chase then chases and attacks a knockdown unit, causes high float and ignition, which lasts for 3 rounds. This skill is always a critical hit. So, it's a guaranteed critical hit, and it causes 3 rounds of ignition, which is really, really strong. And he triggers his own chase with both his standard attack and his mystery. Really, really strong character here. This is why I wanted Madara. Whenever I end up pooling, I want Madara. His passive then, Konoha's Alliance. All Konoha units in your lineup will have their ninjutsu and attack increased by 20%. So that is all Konoha units get 20% in ninjutsu and attack increase for the whole fight. It never goes away. Moreover, you'll receive 40 chakra points every time a Konoha unit in your lineup uses a mystery skill. So whenever anybody from Konoha uses a mystery skill, you get 40 chakra points. So you can like get off a bunch of big ticket mystery skills like in the second round. You can just get all of them off. If everybody in your team is from Konoha, you can get off every single character's. That'd be crazy. Holy shit, that'd be crazy. Last but not least, he is immune to, he's got super armor, so he's immune to low float, high float, repulse, knockdown, and pure taijutsu damage. Not a lot of people do pure taijutsu damage, but, like right here, Pakora does pure taijutsu damage with her standard attack. There's no elemental damage, and there's no ninjutsu damage, it's just straight taijutsu. So he would be immune to her standard attack right there. Not a lot of characters have pure taijutsu, but every now and then you'll avoid some damage. Our next super rare then is Naruto Kurama mode. Kurama Chakra mode. KCM Naruto, as he's affectionately referred to. His mystery then. If I'm being honest, KCM Naruto is a little better than Madara, and I'll talk about why, but I still want Madara because I think Madara is amazing. But KCM Naruto, I'd be happy with either of these characters. His mystery is Planet Rasengan. Causes damage to the opponent's entire lineup and 10 combo, meaning he will start a 30 combo every single time he uses mystery. A selected unit will suffer from repulse. Every time Naruto's standard attack causes a 10 combo, his mystery skill's cooldown time will be reduced by 1 round. His mystery skill cooldown is 2 rounds, so every time his standard attack hits a 10 combo, it will reset his Planet Rasengan down to a 1 round cooldown, meaning theoretically he can use his mystery every single turn. Every single turn. It's insane. It attacks the whole lineup and causes 10 combo. Just hold up. It gets worse. It gets worse. Standard attack then. Attacks the opponent's unit in the front row and causes ignition. So it always causes ignition with a standard attack, which is really nice. Then there's a chance of also causing 10 combo and repulse. We talked about why that 10 combo is important for his mystery, but what's even more important here is his chase, Super Mini Tailed Beast Ball. Chases an attack, a repulsed unit, causes low float and immobile. So he's got an immobilize in his chase. Then Naruto's combo rate will be increased by 80% until the end of the round. So he gets 80% higher chance of causing a 10 combo whenever he uses his chase. And then that 10 combo has a chance of reducing his mystery skills cooldown so you can use it the next turn. And his mystery causes repulse, meaning you can get off his chase every single turn. So it goes like this. This is why he's so crazy. It goes mystery skill, okay? Gets off the whole 10 combo chase, gets off his chase, causes a mobile to whoever you selected, increases his combo rate by 80%. His standard attack then causes ignition to somebody. Because of that increased combo rate, you have a really good chance of causing a 10 combo, which then reduces your mystery skill, which means you get to use your mystery skill again the next turn. It's just a constant cycle of him using his mystery, causing ignition and immobile between his chase and his standard attack, getting his mystery back the next turn. Holy shit, it's crazy. His next passive, Chakra Teleportation Jutsu, high chance of evading a mystery skill, standard attack, or chase skill can be triggered once every round. So it's just like Jeannine Minato and Masked Man. And then last passive here, Naruto is immune to all debuffs, so just like Roshi. Furthermore, at the beginning of a battle, another allied shinobi forces unit from your lineup will also become immune to debuffs. So one random allied shinobi forces unit will also be immune to debuffs. Lasts for 4 rounds for that character. So KCM Naruto is really, really, really strong. Really great ninja. Like I said, both of these guys. Madara is just straight damage. Naruto has a lot of damage, but he also has a lot of crowd control as well, which is what makes him a little bit better. Last but not least, the ultra rare. You can only get fragments for this guy. Takes around 3,000 seal scrolls to get enough fragments to finally get Edo Tensei Hoshirama. However, if you have Edo Tensei Hoshirama, he needs to be in every single lineup ever. Because Edo Tensei Hoshirama is the most broken character of all time. Which he should be. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about that. He should be. Let's go over why that is. His mystery, Sage Art Wood Style, True 1,000 Hands. Destroys all barriers in effect. Okay, so it's kind of like Roshi right off the bat. It causes earth and water attribute damage, 3 combo, and interruption to up to 12 of the opponent's units. 12. That is the most. Normally it only hit, like, these mysteries hit 9 people. This mystery hits 12, so it hits 3 battlefields worth of people, 12 characters. Okay? So if there's no clones on the field, he will hit every single unit on the enemy team. Selected opponent's unit will also suffer from knockdown. So first off, his mystery hits every single character, and it causes 3 combos, so you can instantly start a 30 combo if there's enough people in the enemy team. And it causes an interruption. So anybody that has their mystery skill queued up already, Hoshirama will interrupt all of them. All of them. 3 battlefields worth of people will have their mystery skills interrupted. That is insane. His standard attack, pretty normal, but it has a high chance of causing low float. His first chase, Wood Style Wood Dragon Jutsu. Chases and attack a knockdown unit, which he causes with his mystery. It causes low float and immobile, and will absorb up to 100 chakra points. So let me explain what this means. Okay. First off, immobile in chase, I love it. It's the will absorb up to 100 chakra points that is the most broken part of Edo Tensei Hoshirama. You might not think so, but listen to this. If Edo Hoshirama is your first character, round number 2 or 3, whenever you end up using him, right? His mystery, if you have the higher initiative, his mystery goes first, okay? He hits the whole battlefield. He interrupts everybody that queues up their mystery. If they don't queue up any of their mysteries, Edo Tensei Hoshirama causes knockdown, uses his chase knockdown to low float, immobilizes somebody, but then he steals all of their chakra. So even if they don't queue up their mystery and have it interrupted, they then don't have any chakra to use their mysteries. Meaning, in round 2, they get no mysteries unless they have a way of generating chakra through, like, Sage users or, like, chases that generate chakra. That is what's so broken about this guy. If they queue up their mystery, you get off your mystery, it gets interrupted. If they don't queue up their mystery, they lose all their chakra, they don't get to use their mystery. It's insane. It is straight insane. And he causes immobilization, which is just, a cherry on the top. Next, his next chase, Sage Art Gracious Deity Gates. Trigger with at least a 30 combo. Like I said, if you're in a Great Ninja War, you can get a 30 combo right off the bat with his mystery. Causes earth and water attribute damage to up to 2 opponent's units. The affected units will also suffer from immobile. Again, now he's immobilizing 2 characters on top of all the interruption, on top of stealing all their chakra points. If this is a random 30 combo hit and not the person that you're chasing, he's the potential of chasing 3 or immobilizing 3 characters with his knockdown to low flow, and then 2 random characters with his 30 combo. And he steals all their chakra. Holy shit. This guy is ridiculous. Last but not least, his passive. Before this unit's action, up to 6 Senjutsu user units from your field will be healed and will have all debuffs on them canceled. This skill can be triggered twice every round. So he uses his standard attack, heals 6 Senjutsu users, and removes all debuffs. He uses his mystery, heals 6 Senjutsu users, almost sneezed, and has all their debuffs canceled. Sage Hoshirama is as broken as he is supposed to be, but holy shit, that guy is fucking nuts. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Alright. Oh, man. So I talked a lot. That was a lot. That was a long video. Talked about all these characters. A lot of them have some really good synergy with each other. Like I said, Sasori is going to be good with all these characters because he is a support character for Edo Tensei Ninja. Mangetsu is going to be good with a lot of these characters because they're all hidden mist people, and so he can really help them out with the evasion for the first 2 rounds. Jeannine is a standalone beast. Yuri Ringo and Toro are going to work really well together. Jinpachi and Kushimaru are probably going to work really well together. Madara and Naruto are both awesome characters, but yeah, there we go. That is everything that I have to say about the treasure. So hopefully this helps you guys out, gives you guys some ideas of what you guys can do with the characters once you get them. Gives you a little bit of theory crafting that you can do, some different things you can work around with, different ninja, some cool new strategies. Great Ninja War treasure. Once people start getting these characters, really going to shake up the meta a lot, so I'm kind of interested to see what falls into place and what people are going to choose to do with them. So let me know down below what you guys are excited for, which one of these characters you really want the most, and what teams you guys want to use with them. Thank you so much for watching the whole way through this long-ass video. I really do appreciate it. You guys are the best. You help me out so much when you watch the whole video with the whole watch time that YouTube loves so much. So really do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you guys want to help even more, refresh the page and watch it one more time. Put it in the background or something. That would be awesome. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you all in the next video, and peace.